What up, y'all? Today's episode is brought to you by RV Fix. Let's walk through a quick scenario. You're on your RV trip that you've been planning for months and bam, something goes wrong. Slide won't move, fridge quits, the power's out. Now, instead of cracking open a cold one, it's fixing time. Total buzzkill, right? That's where RV Fix comes in. Call 1-844-66-RV-FIX and get connected via video call with a master RV technician. No middlemen, no dealership runaround, just real help, fast. And over 40% of these issues are fixed on the first phone call. If it's more serious, we've got you. We'll order parts and get warranty approval within hours, not weeks. Then we can either ship the parts to you and walk you through the fix on a second video call, send a mobile tech from our 2,000 plus tech network, or have you drop it off at the dealership once everything's ready to roll. And even better, you get to keep your rig during this whole process. No more waiting 4 to 6 weeks for basic repairs. With RV Fix, most shop fixes are done in just 3 days. Skip the stress, call RV Fix, and get back to camping, relaxing, and making memories. Use promo code RVVoice at checkout to get a 60% discount and lock in your price for years to come. Learn more at rvfix.com. Hope you enjoy this episode. Alrighty, welcome to another episode of the RV Voice. Today we're talking to Brinkley. Brinkley recently dropped a new warranty or updated the old one. We're going to find out from Tim Koontz. I have not talked to him before. This is the first time we have it on. Used to have Paul Laux on, but Tim is now our Brinkley guy. So we're going to bring Tim in on here. He's going to tell us about his background a little bit, and then he's going to talk about the warranty background and why it's updated. So Tim, thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate your time. And Tim, you want to give us what your exact title is with Brinkley, and then I guess your history with being with them?
Yeah, absolutely. I am one of our Brinkley sales directors. So I work with a variety of different dealerships throughout the country and help product support, inventory management, getting training for all the dealer sales reps, and then work with our retail customers. I've been with Brinkley almost from the very beginning. I helped actually build the very first prototype, and it's been fun to be a part of the journey over the last 3 years and just to see the incredible growth we've had.
Well, you guys have been absolutely crushing it, taking the RV world by storm. You went from nobody to the buddy, if that makes sense.
It's been fun. It's been fun.
Lonely at the top, I'm sure. Oh, well, shoot. So recently you guys had an update. I saw it about 2 weeks ago. I'd love to hear more about, the history of what the warranty looked like. It's a seal warranty, it sounds like, is what we were talking about. Typically it's like every 3 months, you were saying, and that's a little different with Brinkley because you guys went about your exterior seals in a different manner. So can you break that down, what the warranty used to look like and why, and then why it's going to be changing? We'll get into that afterwards.
Yeah, absolutely. So, first of all, kind of industry standard warranty for seals and water intrusion and so on. Basically, every manufacturer says you have kind of a 1-year warranty for water filtration or water infiltration into your unit. But within that, then you're supposed to be checking your unit every 3 months, checking the sealants every 3 months and reapplying. And even when a unit sits on a dealer lot, the dealership is supposed to be doing that every 3 months. And it kind of really creates a lot of wiggle room for the manufacturer to be able to get out of paying for warranty if something does happen. And our warranty from the beginning was set up kind of that similar way as other people. We've always, from the very beginning, done some things differently on our exterior sealants. And so we've just really updated our seals warranty to reflect what we do different and the time and energy and money we spend on our sealant package to put that in writing as a part of our warranty more than anything.
Yeah, question on that. I mean, you said everybody kind of runs that. You need to check it every 3 months. How do you log that? How do you prove that?
Right.
It's like changing your oil. It's like, well, I have the receipts and I keep them in my, in the owner's manual. But how do you prove that?
100%. It's super hard. I mean, obviously that's probably the best way to do it. If a manufacturer would come back and say, hey, you had water, we're not going to pay for it because we don't have proof that you resealed your unit, right? I mean, really the only way to do that is either to have receipts showing that you paid somebody to reseal the unit, or maybe you went out and took pictures and videos of you resealing it every time you did it. But in reality, like nobody does that, right? And so it creates a lot of legal kind of wiggle room for a manufacturer to deny claims. And, I tell people all the time, just with our warranty in general, like you can have two warranties on paper that look the exact same, but if one company's mindset is how can we get out of paying for something, and another's is how do we make this right? How do we fix this? That's always been kind of our mindset is, yes, overall we have a 3-year structural warranty. A lot of manufacturers have that, but it's not, again, how do we get out of paying for this? It's how do we fix it?
Clause one.
Exactly. And I think this seal warranty is just a little bit more of a reflection of how we're trying to do things better or different in the.
All right. So sorry guys, we're having technical difficulties. If you're watching this, we just a little bit of spacey. This is what it is. Internet's not always perfect. Tim, you were explaining everybody has a way of, how can we make this right, or how can we get out of it, right? And Brinkley has always seemed to be the how can we make this right? How can we make the customer experience better? I mean, you guys do the major shakedown test. You do all that to make the customer experience better from the get-go. And then you have an awesome customer service on the back end. You guys can call into a customer, as in someone who bought a Brinkley, can actually call Brinkley, get stuff shipped to them, whatever it may be. You guys can help them through the issue. You guys are killing it in the industry, which is very wonderful to see. And this is just kind of a testament to that. So this is not a new warranty. It's just kind of updating the warranty as it stands, right?
Yeah, it is retroactive. And so any Brinkley owner that's ever bought a Brinkley, this applies to them. If we didn't change anything with our process or how we seal stuff. And so it's more a reflection of how we've always done things. And so instead of a 1-year seals warranty, it's now a 3-year seals warranty, and that kind of coincides with your structural warranty, which really makes a lot of sense. And the sealants that we use are more automotive or commercial grade sealants. The products themselves have their own individual warranties on their components that are 20 or 25 years. And so it's essentially, as long as we apply these sealants properly, as long as we test them and we apply them properly, we have confidence your unit's not going to leak for years and years. And again, we're going to stand behind that as in writing now with this 3-year warranty. And the other part of that is there's no maintenance required to keep that intact.
Yeah, and you guys, so I was going to ask about that, how do you track the every 3 months, right? But yeah, I guess that's not a part of the 3-year structural warranty or 3-year seal warranty that you guys are doing. So your guys' seals, is it just different as in, I'm seeing the rubber seal, basically the tube seal that goes on every slide, right? Yep. Is it just, those are all different than typical? I mean, what's typically we use? I know there's different tapes that they use around. So Mylar tape is one of the seals warranties. I know that I think Grand Design use Mylar. Yep. What are the other? I mean, butyl tape's another sealant. Then obviously regular silicone caulking is another one. I mean, what's different with Brinkley then?
Yeah, absolutely. So the biggest thing that we did, and our owners camp themselves, and Mike Staley, our owner that's behind Model Z and designs Model Z's, he's an avid camper, and he owned another RV before we started Brinkley. They actually had a year off between their last company and Brinkley, and he bought an RV and traveled. And before he sold that RV, he had to reseal it. It took a full weekend, and it was just a huge pain. And so that was part of the things dude, how can we seal these better so you don't have to put silicone and caulk all over a unit? And so that kind of started the process of how we do things now. And the biggest thing was, let's use better materials. Let's use materials from other industries, so automotive, commercial buildings, and let's try to get rid of those cap sealants. And so that's what we've done. The analogy I use, and I think it always resonates with customers, is you're not worried about your car or your truck leaking, and you're not putting silicone all over it, right? that technology has been out there for years. I have a 1984 Chevy C10 pickup truck. It's 41 years old. It's awesome. I love it. It's like a mustard yellow. It's perfect for a 1984. But, that thing doesn't leak. And so it's not some new technology. It's just using better materials, not trying to save 20 cents here, 15 cents there, but using stuff that actually works and that's not going to break down over time. Where too many manufacturers in the RV world, go to suppliers and say, hey, we need something for 10 cents less. And suppliers can't magically make stuff cheaper. And so they start putting in fillers or they start using cheaper materials. And over time, when you do that years over years over years, you get a product that's just not very good. And I think that's what's happened in some of those, some of those sealants that are used in the industry. And so the stuff we use, like our windows, our baggage doors, it's the exact same product was used to install Ford windshields and the rear window on like F-150s for years. And again, you're not worried about that leaking. And so we're confident that it's going to maintain and hold up over time for our stuff as well.
Yeah, so you're using tried and true proven methods. You don't need to recreate the wheel by no means. Might as well use
it's new for our industry, but it doesn't mean there's new technology.
Absolutely. Well, I think that's a wonderful thing that you guys are taking care of your customers. Like I said, you guys have one of the best customer services, at least from what I know. There might be someone out there that said otherwise. Is this question, you did kind of mention something earlier, I guess before the call. Was this spiked for the reason of you guys? It sounded like it was like a predetermined thought when you guys when you made the Brinkley, came out a couple years ago. The seals was like a top of mind anyway, right? I think was this a predetermined thought, or was there something that happened within like your customer bases that kind of made this happen?
Yeah, no. So it was something that, one of the things when we were starting to design the first units, we said, hey, what are the most common warranty issues in the industry and maintenance things in the industry, and how can we try to design out as many of those as possible when we're building the unit. And so this was a part of that from the get-go. Obviously, when you're doing something different for the first time, you want to make sure that things are going to work. And so honestly, our warranty at the beginning was pretty industry standard. It didn't have anything special calling out our sealants in it. And this was driven now by, hey, we have 3 years of data, or almost 3 years, 2.5 years of data. And we're less than 1% on any water infiltration in our units. And almost all of those cases we screwed it up on the install. We had errors on our install process, and like that's the stuff that we want to cover. And so why wouldn't we put it in writing to say, hey, if you have issues, we're going to take care of it, because that's the right thing to do if we didn't do it right from the beginning.
Sorry, guys, if you're listening to this, we are having technical difficulties today. It just is what it is. Internet's not perfect. You know how it goes. So, Tim, you were saying that, for the end customer, this is what Brinkley wanted to be. You guys wanted to be the taking care of the customer, whatever happens, right? And you guys went about that with your seal process. You wanted to use tried and true methods. Have been working for years and years and years. You guys have done that. This is a retroactive warranty that is good for the 3 years prior or whenever you bought as well, correct?
Yeah, 3 years from the time of purchase, yep.
3 years from the time of purchase. So if you're still in that, you're going to be great. A lot of these only came out like 2 years ago. So that's also a wonderful thing. And you guys, even so fact that you said less than 1% have had water/seal issues since selling them. So you wanted to basically ramp up that seal warranty just in case, it sounds like, right? And you wanted to take care of your customers.
100%. Yeah. And it's one that, like I said, of those 1% that we've had any issues, almost all of those have been our install error. And again, why would we try to get out of paying for that, right? Why wouldn't we want to make that right? And so that's why this warranty reflects that.
Very, very awesome. Well, Tim, I think that basically wraps up all the questions that I had on this. You guys are taking care of your customers. You guys are one of the best customer services in the game. You guys are taking care of, customers' wants and needs as well, because they're like the Brinkley. You walk into one, it's better than most homes. They're absolutely wonderful, and they're just kind of badass.
Love it.
Yeah.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah. Tim, is there anything else you'd like to share before we kind of close out here?
No, I think I'm excited to be working with you and the Vicious team. It should be a fun run, and we're going to continue to do things the right way, and I know you guys try to do that as well.
Awesome, Tim. Well, again, thank you for your time. You guys got a lot going on, and that being said, everybody out there, stay tuned for more from Brinkley and from the RV Voice. See you guys later.